The greatest mistake most people make about failure isn't that they fear it, it's that they believe it means they're not capable. Ray Dalio built one of the world's most successful investment firms, yet one of the defining moments of his career began with a spectacular failure. The lesson he drew from it has shaped millions of investors, entrepreneurs, and leaders ever since. Early in his career, Dalio became so confident in one of his economic predictions that he bet heavily on it. He was convinced the market would collapse in a particular way. Instead, the opposite happened. His prediction was wrong, his firm nearly went bankrupt, and he had to borrow money from his own father just to keep going. For many people, that would have been the end of the story. For Ray Dalio, it became the beginning of a completely different way of thinking. He later realized that pain itself wasn't the enemy. The real danger was refusing to learn from it. That's why one of his most famous principles is simple. Pain plus reflection equals progress. Failure wasn't something to avoid. It was information, honest feedback that exposed blind spots and forced better decisions. Think about how often we react to mistakes. We defend ourselves, make excuses, or blame circumstances. Dalio chose a harder path. He asked, "What don't I know?" That single question transformed failure from an emotional setback into a powerful learning tool. This mindset also shaped Bridgewater Associates, the investment firm he founded. Instead of pretending to be right all the time, the culture encouraged radical honesty, open disagreement, and constant questioning. The goal wasn't to protect egos, it was to discover the truth, even when it was uncomfortable. In investing, the market doesn't reward confidence alone. It rewards those who adapt when reality proves them wrong. And this lesson reaches far beyond finance. Whether you're building a business, pursuing a career, studying for exams, or managing your personal finances, setbacks are inevitable. What separates long-term winners isn't perfect decision-making. It's the willingness to examine mistakes without letting pride get in the way. The next time something doesn't go as planned, resist the urge to see it as a verdict on your ability. Instead, treat it as data. Ask what the experience is trying to teach you. Every mistake contains a lesson that success often hides. Ray Dalio's journey reminds us that failure isn't the opposite of success. When approached with humility, curiosity, and reflection, it becomes one of the most reliable paths toward it. The question isn't whether you'll fail. The real question is whether you'll have the courage to learn enough from failure to become the person who succeeds.